Hi all and welcome back to my channel. My name is Beth. I go by the username Be More Creative, both here on FlossTube and on Instagram. The lighting is terrible. It is currently 10:49 at night. My freebie is slightly delayed, but I wanted to put it up and this is going to be different. A lot of my freebies recently have been with finishing kind of videos showing you how I finish the item. But this piece has been a bit of a roller coaster. I knew I wanted to design this piece. I knew what colours I wanted to use. I could not picture how I was going to finish it. And I have been around so many different ideas. I keep going backwards and forwards. And I'm kind of between two ideas right now. So it's not a FFO, it's not a fully finished object. It is a finish. I have stitched it. I think it's gorgeous. I love it. I just don't know how I'm finishing it. And I'm coming to you straight from work. I literally finished work a few minutes ago. I have still got on the sticker that the girls gave me. I have got my lovely sunburn because it's been sports day today. And I was really umming and ahhing because even though I'm not great with editing videos and things like that, I wasn't sure if I should wait and put this up tomorrow night after I'd had some time to finish it, or whether to just say, do you know what, I don't know how I want to finish it, because I don't want to race to finish it and finish it in a way that I'm not so keen about. So if you are new to my channel and have listened to me ramble on for the last 2 minutes, on the 17th of each month, I release a freebie chart. This is a chart I have designed myself. I model stitch the piece and I normally finish the piece, so I give you an idea of an FFO. This month is a little bit different. So I'm going to talk first about the inspiration of this piece, and I will show you in a moment the way. But if you have seen, I had a series I did on Instagram, and I did a finishing tutorial of this piece here, which is the Pride and Prejudice by Claire from Love Poppets. I absolutely loved stitching this piece, and I loved the colourway of this piece. So I picked out 4 of my favourite colours, and I wanted to do, originally I thought I would do like a collab piece to this. So not a collaboration, but like a piece that I could display next to this piece. So it would be the same colours. It would kind of give me the same kind of vibe, but like be completely different. And I think when you see the piece, it is completely different. So this is my inspiration piece by Claire from Love Puppet. And then this is the piece I designed. So I have used 4 of the colours that Claire has used in her piece. I've used the lighter green, 2 of the reds that are in the dress, and 1 of the blues. And I have stitched mine on the same fabric. So I've stitched it on a 32 count Swigart Ivory Cream even weave. So it's a Murano fabric. I really wanted to do this center icon, and then it kind of spilled out from there. I'm very much into repetitive patterns at the moment. I find them quite fun to stitch, and they stitch up quite easily. So this piece is, what did I call this piece? Vintage-esque. I couldn't think of a name. Maybe you guys will think of a better name, because I designed this piece. This piece literally designed within about 20 minutes. I knew what I wanted. It came together so quickly. I stitched this piece very quickly. I'm struggling to work out how I want to finish it and also what to name it. So I've called it Vintage-esque because it really does kind of give me those vintagey vibes with the colours. But I just didn't know what to call it. So it's Vintage-esque. The pattern can be found down below, and the stitch count is 63 by 71 stitches, so it's fairly small, and it uses 4 shades of DMC, but as always, please use your own colorway. Please just use what you have. All of my patterns are stitch from stash based, so I try and design with things that I have in my stash. Sometimes I will buy a particular fabric or a particular thread because that's what's drawn my attention, but a lot of my pieces are stitch from stash base. At the moment I am obsessed with this 32 count Swagart Ivory Cream. I am mainly an Ada stitcher, but this 32 count is just so much fun to stitch. It's so soft. I love the fabric. And I've used 4 DMCs. I've used DMC 22, DMC 351, DMC 3364 and DMC 931, which I think is my favourite blue. But yeah, so this is the piece a little bit more up close. But I'm struggling with the finish. Now, originally I thought I would finish this as like a pillow and have it on display next to my Pride and Prejudice, because I think they are very different, don't get me wrong, but I have to say, credit where credit's due. Claire's colourways are what inspired me to pick these colours, and I think the pieces would look quite nice together. I do apologise, that's very noisy car driving past, or lorry. So that's my idea number one. I thought I would do a pillow. I didn't want to do a stand-up because I've done quite a few stand-ups recently. But then I was like, do I want this as a pillow? Or, now I used a scrap of fabric and I didn't place it in the center, so I don't have much room around it. Or do I use this as part of a cover for a cross stitch journal? So I used to keep a little journal where I stitched freebies that I saw that I thought were really cute. I didn't really have a reason to stitch. I just thought they were cute and stitched them up. They were very quick to stitch up. And then I would just put them in this journal, put them in a book. They didn't have to be a rhyme or reason. Sometimes I would use it to write in. Most of the time it was literally just a collection of things that made me happy. And I loved that thing. It is somewhere in storage. Absolutely loved that thing. And I was looking the other day, Romy's Creation, she does a free pattern on most Mondays. And they're just really sweet. They're really sweet little things. I wouldn't have them on display in my room necessarily. I am very short on storage space. But also sometimes I just design a little something to go along with a story. So the other day I have got a design which will be turned into something, but I tend to make them a little bit bigger. And my design is literally this size, and it has got some shopping bags, and I put that in my journal along with some photos of a shopping trip I did with a friend. So that's what I'm debating. I'm debating whether to use this as like the center motif and attach, like quilt this with other fabrics to make a fabric covered journal. Maybe even take this pattern and stitch it on another piece of fabric and use it as the spine for the book. Find another pattern that I'd want at the back. So that's why I'm hesitant now, because originally I did always see this as a pillow. Now I'm thinking maybe I want to do a cross stitch journal. So let me know your thoughts. Do you think it's something you'll stitch? Do you think I should finish it as a pillow? Do you think the little journal idea is a cute idea? If I do a journal idea, would you be interested in doing that? I had a lot of people before used to ask me, how do I use cross stitch in my journals? I could just add a little bit on here and there. And it would be, there's so many cute smalls out there that I would love to stitch, but I just don't really see myself displaying. I do sometimes have like a little bowl of smalls, but realistically I don't actually have that much space to display pieces, and that may change. But sometimes you don't want to have these pieces on display. Sometimes they're just quirky little pieces. Like at one of the stitch shows I got a chart that said zombie. I thought it was so cute. I love the design. Am I actually going to put that up on display? Maybe at Halloween, but at the moment it's just sat in my box of finishes. So I'm leaning more towards using that as part of a cross stitch cover of a book and doing a cross stitch journal. But yeah, that is my freebie. I have rambled on for the last 10 or so minutes. I am absolutely knackered. It's been a very, very busy day at work. We did sports day, which is a lot of fun. I have been out in the sun all day. I did apply sunblock 1,000,001 times, but I am still sunburnt to a crisp. And really need to go and have a good night's sleep because I'm back at work for 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So I would love your advice on what you think I should finish this piece into. I am leaning more towards a cross stitch journal, but I can't get the idea of a pillow out of my head either. But let me know, if you had the choice, what would you finish this piece as? And what would you do? Would you put your stuff in a cross stitch journal, or do you have everything out on display, or do you not even show anything and does it all live in a box? I would love to know, because I have kind of a combo of all of it, but I'm struggling with my pieces being in a box, because as much as I love looking through them, and also my style changes, which is why sometimes, like, if I'm really not sure about a piece, I don't end up fully finishing it. Whereas I would love to find a way of having things where I can look at them, where I can see them, and these really cute little freebies, because there are so many free cross stitch patterns out there. It's amazing. And sometimes, especially when I'm traveling, that's when I stitch a lot of these quirky little smalls, because what I'll do is I'll just take a general base color of maybe 10 or so threads, a white, a black, a red, like green, blue, yellow, orange, green, like the different colorways, and I will just use those same threads. And if I have a project, I take 1 or 2 projects, of course I do, but sometimes you just don't want to, so I just have a random selection of scrap fabrics and I will just stitch smalls, because they're very easy to change the colorways, and then I end up with all these smalls. So I am thinking about cross stitch journal. If I don't use this piece, maybe I'll design another piece for it, but let me know, how would you finish this? Now I'm gonna head off because I've rambled on enough to you guys. I really hope you enjoy the pattern. As always, I will be back hopefully on the 17th next month and on time. But yeah, that is my freebie for this month. I really have enjoyed stitching it. It's so fun, it's so cute, and I wish the lighting was better to be able to show you in a little bit more detail this gorgeous colorway. But yeah, that is my piece. If I do this as a journal, this would be the center part, and I would add strips or paneling work around it, because this isn't big enough for the cover itself. But I do think that would be cute as like the center of a journal. Okay, I'm rambling on. I need to get some sleep. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I wish you all the best and happy stitching. Bye guys.